Hello all, I'm your host DarkDevil26 and welcome back to a podcast. God, I haven't done one of these in a while, to be honest. I've missed these. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing much YouTube content in general lately. It's because I've been hanging with these goobers! That's right! The four of us decided to room together at Pittsburgh. And today we're gonna talk about the trip, like every aspect of it. This might be a longer podcast, just because I want to get every facet of the trip. I want you guys to live the experience with me. I want you guys to hear our stories, because believe me, we got tons. So you were joined by Geek.
Hello.
We got Rosie. And we got Todra.
Yo.
Todra, Mr. Day 2 man.
You know, the coolest guy here by default.
Yeah, definitely, because you Day 2.
I am making it my personality now. Thank you.
There are public rankings in which he stands above us.
Yes.
Yes.
But hey,
And y'all ain't forgetting it. Yeah, no, dude, you did so fucking well for your first regional. Like, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm very proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. And then I thought I did well yesterday in the tournament, barring like one play. So like, I'm getting better. I can feel it.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, like I said, today we're gonna take time in this video to basically just talk about all four of our experiences, all four, like all the ups, the downs, the in the middle. Rosie, I know you smiled when I said downs, but
A legendary down right there.
No, we're gonna talk everything Pittsburgh, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. But first, I guess I'll lead off with this, and I'll say, how you guys doing since the trip?
Tired.
I'm doing pretty good. I've recovered fully now from the sleep deprivation that always comes with doing these kinds of things.
Bro, I was so sleep
my
deprived. I
God.
literally got home from my train, and I passed out from 8 to 3, and then I passed out again from 3 to 9. That was my day. That was the first day I got back.
Yeah,
I
I told
think,
Dark that I always end up falling asleep like multiple times at very unconventional times when going on trips, because I just get so tired very quickly during these kinds of things.
Oh shit, I left y'all at 1 in the afternoon, and I didn't get home until almost 9 o'clock the following day. Because I had, 3 layovers, I had a 2-hour drive to Rosie's place, and then I had to, at 2 in the morning, drive home. And I didn't make it. I passed the fuck out. So it was literally asleep in a gas station parking lot for 3 hours.
That's crazy. Also, guys, don't mind me. I'm actually like physically live editing y'all's cameras.
It's all
No,
right.
like y'all moved over a little bit. I gotta improvise. So like,
Oh,
Do I
dude,
need to
sorry.
move?
no, it's good. It's good. I'm gonna do it on the fly. I'm just gonna make this an ongoing bit in the video.
Geek's gonna have a seizure mid-podcast. Dark's just Geek. Lock
I'm just gonna be
in.
doing the ADHD move around. I'm gonna be like pacing around in my room. He's just
Yeah.
following me with the camera.
It'll be like your stream. You got your sword out, talking about some shit.
I have it right here.
You have a
Like my
sword? The
favorite
fuck?
This is not a real sword.
Oh, I thought it was a real sword. I was about to
No.
say.
I have a metal one.
Give Geek a real sword.
He has the
I
most
do have a
random
real one.
props in his stream all the fucking time.
Man's actually gone
he'll
to get a
use
real
his
sword.
Yeah. He'll pull out his
I'm-
sword to point at the
You know what?
whiteboard
I'm
that's
taking
connected
this
to the snom
opportunity.
with the hat. Like,
I'm taking the opportunity. I have a real trident, a metal one, that I welded myself, and it actually, like, you can, like, throw it, and this thing weighs a ton. This thing is very heavy.
You
and
should
it's very
send it
sharp.
to the next regional.
Yeah, I'll
Geek,
bring
are
it
you
to the
old
next
enough to
regional.
have? Are you
Bro.
old enough to have watched Anchorman? Where
Yes,
Brick
I
kills
have
a guy
seen
with a
Anchorman.
trident. I just imagine you in that situation, like, yeah, Geek killed a guy.
Good luck getting that through the security to go into the next regional.
Guys, it's part of his
Yeah.
cosplay. It's fine.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
That and the
Gyarados,
Von
This
Miller.
man,
thing-
with a trident.
This thing I welded together with my friend, and we used to chuck this thing through stuff. Like it'll like stick itself into trees and stuff that you throw it at. We had like these target blocks that we used to throw it and
Oh,
try
so
and get the
you're-
bullseye on.
So you're
really
genuine
dedicated.
white trash. That's crazy. That is some trailer park joy if I've ever heard it. Oh my. Me and Cletus throw the old trident around. hit the neighbor's cat.
This thing's gonna be in the background now. I have a sword somewhere as well, but I don't totally know where it is right now.
So yeah, guys, if you wanted to know how the Pittsburgh trip went in a nutshell, that was pretty much it. Yeah. Pretty much that
There
for
was
4 days.
tridents.
Yeah, pretty much that for 4 days, minus the trident.
I
So,
was gonna say, do
minus
we
the
want to break this down by day, or
I think we'll do
how
it
you
by
wanna do
day.
this?
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with doing it by day. So I'm gonna start on Wednesday, the day before I leave, and let me just tell you, all 3 of you know this. I was an anxiety-riddled mess the day before, and the hours leading
God,
up.
that's changed.
Look at that, that's changed indeed. But like, yeah, I was an anxiety-riddled mess. Like, oh my god, what if they don't like me? What if I get lost? And blah blah blah. And like,
No, he was DMing the group chat, being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm very anxious about like just general travel and stuff." He said that he was anxious at first, and we thought he was talking about like the competition,
Fuck
how
no!
he's gonna perform at VGC, and so we're like, just calm down, like don't go on Showdown Ladder, it's just gonna make it worse. He's like, Showdown Ladder? What? No, I'm trying to get
Bro,
through
have you
this."
seen how big trains are? Like,
And you know the funniest part is, I don't think I told you guys this, but I was so anxious, I got my first train time wrong. I was there an hour early,
Oh,
yeah.
so I was wrong the
Yeah,
right
you did
way.
mention
that's
that.
not bad.
I
That's
was
not
wrong
bad.
the right way, but let me tell you, the train station I got on, oh my god, that area was horrible. They had an anti-ants in the train station, but I didn't get it, but that
It was
made me
just-
feel better.
It's just really funny seeing you be like, "Oh, I only got here an hour early. I don't know what we're gonna do." Meanwhile, I'm already drunk at an airport bar. Like, Rosie's about got a leash on me to make sure I get to the right gate. Do you think he's stressed?
Fucking Marcus dropping us off at the airport on Thursday morning. It was like a dad dropping off his 2 kids.
That was my mom
That's
dropping me off at the
nice.
train station. Livy hugged it out, and like she was like, "Vernon, you're gonna be okay. Don't worry about it." And
You got a hug?
yeah, from my oh.
Marcus hugged me. What the fuck did you get, dog?
I got nothing.
Like, you didn't get the kiss on the lips? That's crazy.
No. I got it. What time do you land on Sunday? The Vikings play. So I need to
For real.
Yeah, by the
Oh,
way, I'm very
we-
grateful we did not run into a weekend where the Steelers were at home. I just want to make that
Yeah.
very clear.
That would have been horrible. I don't think Steelers fans are like, they're kind of like Phillies fans, aren't they? Kind of like rowdy.
No.
Who's the ones that burn their city to the ground
That
when
was
they win?
Philly.
Phillies.
That's Philly?
So our
Alright.
Steelers won't burn things to the ground, but will they like try to pick fights with you? Like Phillies fans will?
I don't know. That's a good question. But
I get stabbed a bit, but
I know they burned down cars or whatever in Philly. Good
Yeah,
thing we weren't in
Philadelphia.
Philly.
They had to like grease
But,
all the light poles in Philadelphia for the
Yes,
last
I
Super
remember
Bowl.
that. Yep.
That's such a
Like-
wild countermeasure.
So they couldn't climb up the light poles and like rip them apart. I remember that. No, because what is it? Philadelphia, yeah, when they come to like Minnesota to play the Vikings, I guess it gets really bad. Like they're like terrorizing Vikings fans in Minnesota.
That's insane.
but I was gonna say, I think in terms of getting to Pitts, I don't think anyone else had any crazy stuff happen, right? Geek, you got there relatively. Geek just kind of loitered at a Starbucks for a day.
I mean, anything weird that happened with me getting there happened a month before with the whole accident and everything. Because I was originally going to drive up there, and then that went out the window.
Hey, Geek.
Yeah,
do I
do you
have permission
wanna-
to edit in that picture, by the way? Can I edit that
Yeah.
in? Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I want to edit in
picture
the
of the
picture of the accident.
Oh, dude, can you give a quick like spark notes of it? That?
Oh, the accident?
Yeah,
So,
because I go ahead.
I was planning on driving up there because it's like, I don't know, it's like 10 or 11 hours to drive up there, and I was like, I can do that. I can knock that out. I can just tank it and be fine by the time I get there. So I was gonna drive, but that obviously went out the window when I got into an accident, and it was my fault. It was a very dumb accident where I'm a delivery driver, and I dropped a receipt, and just instinctively my brain was like, oop, grab that. And I was going around a turn as it was, like already, so that when I went to grab it, my arm shifted a little bit with me, and in that moment I immediately was like, uh-oh, oh fuck, like got straight, realized I was off course and tried to correct, but it was too late. The right side of my car, like where the tire is, hit the concrete post of a bridge and sheared the tire straight off my car and then spun me out onto the bridge, which every airbag went off except the one on my steering wheel, so my head went pow right into the steering wheel where the airbag was supposed to be. So I now have a scar here, right here on my head, which has fully healed. Like that's all we're getting. It's not getting any more healed than that. It's been like in this exact state.
Did you have to
for a
get
while.
stitches?
Christ.
Oh
Yes,
my
I had to get 5 stitches and clock
Every
out of my
airbag.
job because I was a driver. So that car was completely totaled. I had to go through a whole process of getting a new one, which, by the way, my current car, I got it at a cheap price and I got what I paid for. There is so much shit wrong with this fucking car. I'm having to reap what I sow at the moment and get everything fixed, but I
What
mean,
kind
I
of
guess
car
it
do
gets
you
me
have?
from point A to point B. It would not have gotten me from point A to point B if point B was Pittsburgh. No way. There was no shot it was getting me all the way to Pittsburgh. Like, there's problems that I'm discovering right now that if I had tried that, I wasn't making it back. There's no way. But yeah, I ended up getting to Pittsburgh through a flight because I couldn't drive there anymore. And because I was going for the cheapest flight possible, I didn't care about the times as long as I was there early enough and stayed late enough for the start and end of the tournament. And so I ended up getting there, I think, almost 12 hours before Rosie and Todra got there. Dark was a bit earlier than that. It was like 9 hours before Dark got there. So I had like a solid day to just walk around Pittsburgh doing whatever I wanted. And so I went to a Jimmy John's, got food there, walked around the city for a while, and then holed up in the Starbucks for the remainder of the day. Just stayed there playing Showdown. I literally had like 4 screens out. I had my phone with Discord, my laptop with Showdown on it. I had my Switch where I was shiny hunting Orangaroo. They're all plugged into stuff. You'd think I brought my whole computer setup. I looked like an actual iPad kid in the wild.
Probably thought you were gonna try to sleep there. God. Just next thing you know, he pulls out a pillow and just falls asleep in a Starbucks.
That's
I
funny.
have done that before. I've fallen asleep in a Starbucks before.
Oh.
I have not.
And we all got there. We got to the hotel. Rosie booked us, which was way nicer than anything any of us were expecting.
Yes, sir.
We probably
that thing was-
deserved.
The word that comes to mind is lavish. That thing was beautiful.
No, that was
Yeah.
actually crazy.
Yeah, and it was
But-
shocking.
And proximity-wise, like that thing was walking distance to the
With
train station
everything.
that Dark came from, walking distance to the
Convention
event center.
Yeah.
There was a bus station right outside, plenty of food things right outside. Like it was
Okay,
great.
the bus stop, I kind of wish wasn't right there because all the crackheads
Look,
kind of assembled,
yeah.
but like,
I will say, I had never seen someone do a fentanyl fold in real life until
Yeah.
this regional. I walked out to grab some Starbucks before day 2, and I had to bob and weave because you couldn't tell which way they were leaning towards.
Yep.
So every now and then I'd start walking behind one, I'd see them stumble back, and you just have to kind of like quick get around them. Like
I saw
No.
on my
Pittsburgh
walk
is an
around the
interesting
city, I
city.
saw multiple interesting people. There was one person that was screaming top of their lungs at pigeons in front of them. Just like I don't know if she was trying to scare them away or something. They weren't getting scared away. They were brave pigeons. But she was just absolutely yelling at them. And it wasn't words, it was just gibberish.
Dude, when I was walking to the convention center, there was a lady that was slamming on the door of like a convenience store, saying like, "I'm a customer, you have to let me in or I'm gonna shank you." It's like, I don't think he's gonna let you in.
How did I
Like,
miss all of these people?
Okay, again, this was day 2, so I was alone. Rosie was like, "Bring my Charizard." It's like, I'm not gonna look like the one autistic kid walking through fucking Pittsburgh with my 2-foot Charizard alone. Like, I would mug me, let alone these people.
That Charizard though. He got to my house, by the way. He's in my bed right now. I
He
Hey.
did. I made Dumb and Dumber take him because I wasn't getting caught with the fucking thing.
Dude, I
I was like, Geek, she told me to take it. No.
Then he first saw us walk in. He looked at me. He looked at all of us. The security guard outside the hotel looked at all of us. Was like, "Ugh." And then he saw you holding the Charizard. And he just goes,
Mhm.
"Ugh." Like you could just
I've
tell.
never been more ashamed than being pegged as a Pokemon fan in a new city.
Yeah, no, I took a really funny picture of that Charizard actually that I'll edit in. It's just him sitting by the window looking all depressed
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. It was really funny.
Man.
Oh, man.
Imagine, he's like, "Fuck, this 34-year-old grown-ass woman is trying to bring her home with me to sleep with me. It's fucking weird. I'd be depressed too."
And then that was about it for us flying in. Then it was
What?
Friday?
Alright,
I
The
know I have to talk
registration
about
day?
the train ride still. My train ride was a bit
Oh,
of a,
yeah.
The train ride was
Oh,
long.
yeah.
I got there an hour early to the station. I thought my train was at 10:46. It was at 11:46. So that was definitely nerves getting the best of me. But yeah, I get on the train and I sit next to an elderly lady. She was really nice, but like, I don't know. She would like,
Wow.
I just wanted to sit by myself, but apparently the train was packed. And then I sat next to it. Then the second person I sat next to who was in my seat after she got off was someone playing in the TCG section of the regional. So we talked about
Gross.
regional stuff on the way there. He followed me on Twitter too, which is actually really crazy. But yeah, I just talked all things regional. But then the funniest part of the travel station was when I got to the station. And then I go down the escalator and I point to Geek and I yell, "Beanie!"
You said, okay, your mic cut out. You said beanie, right?
Beanie!
Okay. Your mic cut. I got scared. Had to get our ducks in a row here.
Yes, sir. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I made sure to
wanted
put the beanie on because, I mean, that's a big part of how people can recognize me, and it's a beacon. Like, not only is it good
It's a
for socializing,
beacon.
like people who I first meet will recognize me in the future because of it, and people that already know me, it's very easy to scan a crowd and look for, so it's very easy to find me again. Which we'll touch more on later when we get to the actual regional.
Mhm.
But yeah, I put it on for Dark to make sure he knew where I was, but it didn't end up actually being that big of a deal. That there was not many people in that train station.
Yeah, there really wasn't. But then after that, we got to the hotel and I just crashed. I know you guys were just hanging out or whatever. I crashed.
I don't think we lasted much longer.
No,
Yeah,
I
and-
fell right asleep.
That was the day Rosie came into my room and just tapped me on the foot and said like, "Oh yeah, you good?" Or I think you said something along the lines of, "Are you good?" Or "It's okay to crash." I don't remember what you said. I just remember you came in and tapped my foot and I was like,
I'm like a mom, you know.
But yeah, no,
And
that
then
was pretty much our Thursday in a nutshell.
Yeah, we
like,
got
getting
like Domino's and then went
oh, yeah,
back
the
to
Domino's.
the
I
hotel.
gotta edit in that picture too. I took a picture of Geek at Domino's where it's just like I had to
Oh
edit
yeah,
so
you
many
sent that to
pictures.
your Discord and it was like,
Yeah.
guys, Geek's real.
I did say that. I did say that. Yes.
Before I forget, I am curious. Dark, do we all look more or less like you expected in real life? Because I hear a lot of people look different in person.
So
I'm curious your takeaway.
Geek looked weird without his beanie on. That caught me off guard. And Todra, you looked about the same. And then Rosie looked a little different. Maybe it's because her hair wasn't in a bun that day. I don't know.
That's fair.
But yeah, no.
Dude,
and then I just remember because
I looked like I wasn't wearing makeup and I looked like I just had 2 plane rides to get to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Fucking exhausted.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, like, we get to the hotel. This is the last thing I want to talk about on Thursday. And we talk about the bedding arrangements. Obviously, Rosie gets her own room because that's common sense. And then Todra got the couch. And then me and Geek shared a bed. Geek, by the way, you were a great roommate.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a great roommate.
That's what I was aiming for.
Yeah,
I heard
sir.
your community had jokes about that.
Oh, my community was already making fun of me. He's like, oh yeah, when you guys having sex or whatever.
Oh my
It's called making love, god damn it.
And then John said, no, there's gonna be no sex because they're all professional Pokemon players.
I get laid like twice a
That's
week,
good.
mind you.
I don't.
Fuck
God,
right
what's
off.
that like?
Hey Rosie, you're fucking married. You were probably exempt from that joke. You didn't need to flex.
Yeah, no, my
Rosie
community
heard
came.
that, like, bro, I get tang like crazy. Fuck out of here.
That's so funny.
I just have to go. I could literally go downstairs right now and be like, hey.
All right, the podcast is gonna take a sharp turn.
Yeah,
There's gonna be one of those very awkward cuts to the next conversation.
No, this is
For
what
part
Marcus
2,
says.
check a different website.
Yeah. He goes, you bat 100% of the time. He goes, I bat 0.01%. And he's like, he's like, it's always up to you. So you bat 100%. Whenever you want to do it, it always happens. But I never have.
All right, yeah, we're definitely going to kick after this.
Out of fear of going further into Rosie's sex life, maybe we go to Friday, eh?
Hey, Friday! Friday was borderline my favorite day of the trip. I don't know why, it just
I
was.
fucking love Friday. Friday was the best by far. It was
Yeah,
so
no.
fun.
Friday, okay, so we got up. I think we all got up at a pretty reasonable hour,
Yeah.
I'd say. Like, it wasn't 6:30 in the goddamn morning like I did
Rosie
Saturday,
and I were up
Sunday,
at like
and Monday
6.
for
Y'all were up at 9 or something.
me. I think I got up at like
I was the
8:30.
last
I
one
remember
awake.
Geek was the last one that was asleep.
Mhm.
And like
Well,
one of
he
y'all
also
had to wake him
falls
up.
asleep at 5.
Yeah, no.
He sleeps forever.
Hmm
I do.
Sorry.
Given the opportunity, I will sleep until woken.
Yes. I don't know why I got up early,
That,
but...
as long as I like take some melatonin or something. Like if I can do something like that before going to sleep, then I will sleep until I am woken up by somebody.
I'm on the heavier
You should've
stuff,
crushed
man.
them like
Like,
those.
I don't know how you fall asleep that melatonin when I'm on like 150 milligrams of trazodone, which my friend's dog is on. Yeah,
What?
I'm on the same medication as my friend's dog.
No, I can't take anything higher than that. I took too much stuff to keep myself awake in college. If I start medicating myself to go down,
Oh yeah,
my
you
brain
let that
chemistry
you
will
went
cease
into
to
elaborate
exist.
detail while we were in person. Yeah.
Yeah, I took too many uppers. If I start doing downers too, I'm cooked.
I think that was on the way to the hotel on Thursday where we talked about that. Where you're like, oh
It's
yeah, I
called
took lots of
finding
ADHD
balance.
meds.
Yeah, it's called finding a balance, Geek. You take
Yeah.
a little bit of your uppers and you take a little bit of a downer, both at the same time.
You just find the right pill combo and life gets better. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
Take it
One
from
way
me.
to find out.
Yeah, we got up early on Friday, and I think we hung out for a little bit, but then we went to go get breakfast at that
Yeah, waffle joint.
yeah, the Waffle House.
joint. Yeah,
That place was
It was a
nice.
fun
I like
place.
that place.
yeah, it was a good place. All the people were there were nice. I got a Belgian waffle with nothing on it. It was pretty good.
Did we go to Target after that?
No,
Yeah,
we went
we
to
went to-
Target in air quotes because we thought it was a CVS.
Sorry, if you call it fucking Walgreens or whatever you guys were
It was
trying to
CVS.
gaslight me into.
Yeah, we
Dark were
thought it was a
absolutely convinced
CVS.
it was a CVS for the longest
I
time.
literally am pointing at the Target fucking logo saying it's here, and they're, you mean the CVS? Oh my god. I realized I wasn't with some mental
CVS
titans
in
at
the
that
Target.
moment.
Yes.
Well, CVS isn't CVS and Target like conjoined sometimes?
Yeah.
I swear to God, if
Yeah.
we
I've
start
never
this
seen
again, I will crash out.
Alright.
I will. I am not smart enough to be the smartest man in the room right now. It was a fucking Target.
Anyways, moving on. Go to
This is a
Target.
much bigger
No,
ordeal
so-
at the moment than it should have been.
Yeah.
Oh god. We went to Target so I could get stuff to cook breakfast on regional day, and then I don't remember what y'all got. Some weird shit.
Geek,
Some
did
protein
you even
shakes,
use your
protein bars,
protein
dude.
shakes or bars or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, I downed all of them.
Oh, you did? I thought we had to throw them
Yeah.
away.
No,
How much
I downed all the
do you
protein
ingest
shakes.
in a day?
Jesus.
Did you eat
What?
all the bars too?
no, I didn't do all the bars.
Oh.
But the shakes that I got, I did.
Yeah. are
Those
some good
carried
But-
me, dude. Don't underestimate the protein shakes.
Mhm.
2 of the regional days, day 1 and day 2. Obviously not day 0, but day 1 and day 2, I went the entire day just off protein shakes and whatever I had before.
You didn't want the
those things are
uncooked
miracle
chicken they
work,
were serving up?
I hope everyone can just see Bella in the back.
Oh, I definitely can.
Hi, Bella. But yeah, after the definitely just a Target, we went to sign up for a regional. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, y'all were gooning over the Pokemon cards. I remember that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're...
No, that,
Watching
yeah,
like
yeah.
Geek and
Yeah.
Dark are looking at the same like stand. Rosie and I make our entire way around. We're like, that was cool. Let's go find them. You two are at the same fucking
stand.
booth we left you at. I have that card, and I have that card.
Yes,
and I
that
don't
was
have
me.
That,
That
card.
was literally me.
I'm sitting there just like, there's so many cards, dude. Are we doing this for everyone?
No.
Like-
No.
Yeah,
Yes!
Dark really wanted to see how much, like he wanted to find cards that he knew he had and see
Yes.
what they were priced
Mm.
out
Exactly.
in the market. I was looking for like black and white secret art, so I was like, oh my god, I have the Whimsicott EX, I'm looking for the Cottony. I have the Poniard, I'm looking for the Bisharp. Like trying to pick out certain ones, but they were all, like a lot of them were out of my price range. I didn't end up spending very much on cards there. I think I spent like single digits on cards there.
Digits?
But
Like $12? $2?
Speaking of black and
it
white
was like
secret
5 or
arts.
7
yeah,
bucks, but I got a
you guys
decent
can't
number of
see.
cards off of that.
I pulled these
gonna
bad boys
say, I
in
literally-
Pittsburgh. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
nice.
Yeah.
$263 worth of Pokemon cards in my hand right now.
Yep.
I have the
Pokemon
Are
cards.
any of them
yeah.
the fucking Seismitoad you should have sold by now?
No, but you guys,
And the
you
Elite
guys
Trick.
may have not convinced me to sell Seismitoad, but you guys did convince me to get Magikarp breeded unintentionally.
Dude. I
That
got
is not at
Latios.
all on the same
We
level.
we never were talking about the Magikarp. That
Yeah, I
was
never.
part of the
Talk about the
Magikarp did
Magikarp.
not come out of my mouth.
Oh my god.
I-
Okay,
you guys
Dark,
was
you
like,
tell the story because I'm gonna be. You tell the story because I'm gonna be mean if I do.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I decided to get a few Pokemon cards while I was there. I got some Prismatic Evolutions and some Black Bolt cards, but I opened the Prismatic Evolutions first. I got absolutely nothing because that set's pull rates are dog shit. Then I got Black Bolt, and God,
yeah,
that box was
Prismatic Evolution fucking sucks.
busted.
It is
Black-
awful.
Black Bolt was busted because I pulled $200 all art Seismitoad, which I could have sold right out of the gate, but then I was like, what do I do with it? Like, I asked everybody, and everybody's like, sell the goddamn card!
You sell
Not
the card.
one of us even questioned keeping it.
But it
No,
has
we were all
sentimental value
really
to me now
Put
because of
down,
Pittsburgh.
we were like,
You know what's better
Get
than
it, get rid of
sentimental
it.
value? $200.
Yeah. You spent like you can make your money back and have like it paid for the trip, like for the hotel. Like you just sell
Yeah,
the
we
card.
kept-
Who gives a shit?
we kept
Sell the
like
card.
putting it against stuff being like the hotel price. This is the hotel price versus how much you would get for the Seismitoad. This is the food price and the regional price versus how much you would get for the
Yeah.
Seismitoad. If
Pupper?
you sell that Seismitoad, multiple of these costs disappear.
Yeah.
That's why I did a subathon, though. I did a subathon beforehand.
I think Todra's eyes.
Congrats, your
just
subathon is now $260 more.
The fact that you were like, all right, should I sell it or keep it? All three of us, without like a frame difference, sell it. You're like, I need another opinion. Every other opinion says sell it. And I already
Sell
know
the
you have
card.
that goddamn card sitting next to
Still
you.
have it. I pulled that Latios. We looked it up. We looked up that price of the Latios, and I was like, sell that motherfucker. Shit, sell that.
Yeah, like,
It's like-
part of me's
Especially
glad I
because of
kept my
side
Toad.
mode.
Because of the
You're
offers your
glad I kept
Latios
my
got.
That means
Huh?
I need to be meaner to you.
Yeah.
That's all
I
I'm
mean,
hearing.
even if you got 150 instead of 200, that's still
Solid.
worth it.
Yeah, 100%. It's $150. Like, take it for a cardboard thing. Sell it.
I don't know.
But after that, what is it? No, we did that. Me and Todra
Especially
had,
with
like,
the unique situation
Mhm.
Seismitoad is in, where it's only that high because of market manipulation. As soon as people start wising up, and like as soon as that wising up starts to affect the market again, it's gonna go down and only down. No
Like,
way it
I'm-
ever goes back up.
I'm holding on to my full art Charizard from 151 because they're not printing anymore. Like, they're done printing, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get it graded, whatever. But they're done printing, so like now it's actually gonna go up in cost because I have to wait for all that. So it's gonna go up. So like it's better for me to keep it because they're done printing it. This is
God,
market
I hope Bella
manipulation.
eats it.
I will. If one of my dogs, wait.
That's your
Where are my
retirement plan
cards,
right
by the
there.
way? I don't even know where my cards are. Holy shit. I think I don't know where they are. Wait, I have to like now find my cards.
I think
No,
Bella
I
was
do know
licking
idea.
her lips a second ago.
If she eats it, that dog will become glue very quickly.
But did we go see Demon Slayer right after that, or am I forgetting?
Yeah, because they took the
Yeah,
card.
maybe like. And by the way, you guys don't see it, but I'm holding up my Goomy plush I picked up in Pittsburgh as well.
we
What club?
first had to hit first off, plushies. I told everyone that going into the regional I was looking for a Frostmoth plushie, and Rosie eventually came up and just was like, $35 here. I was like,
can
oh,
remember
Only
shoot.
that.
money.
And that's how I got my precious Frostmoth plushie, which I'm very happy with.
Dude,
Yes,
I
sir.
caught it. It was all bundled up into like a ball, and I just see white, and I was like, "Is that Frostmoth?"
Perfect.
He's like,
It
"Yeah."
is perfection.
No, what is it? Yeah, because we had to get that Uber. That Uber ride to Demon Slayer though was.
You don't like
Oh,
chasing
yeah.
your Uber?
And the
That
driver
was-
himself
that
was
was
kind of
genius.
like, I'm sorry if you're watching this video, Pittsburgh Uber driver, but like he was kind of
I'm not.
scary. He was kind of scary.
I'm not sorry. Fuck that guy.
That guy was horrible at driving.
Brother, I ordered
And
an
I'm a
Uber. Why am
woman.
I doing cardio? Like, he
God.
kept driving away.
Yeah.
Does someone want to tell the actual story from start?
No, so I requested the Uber and it was fine. And it was like he was pulling up. So like our hotel's like this is our hotel. He pulled on the opposite side, which is fine, like cross the street to go get to him. The motherfucker kept driving away from us. This man sees me waving him down. He just keeps driving. Then he circles the block. I had to call him and text him, say, "Hey, are you coming back?" He pulls around, stops right in front of us again. As we're going to him, he starts pulling off again. So we had to like run down the street to catch our Uber driver. Craziest
Yeah, we
thing.
did laps. We ran after him, ran back to where the meeting spot was, and then ran after him
We're
again.
back. Oh, it was
Crazy.
a nightmare. And then his driving was terrible too. I thought I was gonna fucking die multiple times.
He was just
Okay.
scary to me. He didn't say anything. He was just like,
I didn't know if he was taking us to get murdered or taking us to see Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I know.
Rosie literally was like grabbing onto my shoulder like that on multiple turns throughout that Uber
He went
ride.
at them full fucking force, like not like he was going on that turn, and it was like full speed
I
ahead. and
especially
was like,
love y'all were going through this traumatic experience, and every now and then I'd be like, "I won my match, guys. Look at my replay."
Yeah.
Weezing's my goat as Rosie's actively shitting her pants. I didn't realize y'all were stressed.
and you're playing Pokemon Showdown the whole way. You had it
Literally,
right.
I was just like, Garchomp's cool.
Bushman Garchomp is the best boy.
Well, we did make it. We did get to see Demon Slayer.
Which
It was
was
an
amazing
okay
movie.
movie.
Yeah, okay. If you guys do not want Demon Slayer spoilers, click off the video right now. We are going to be talking about it. if you guys
Or at least put
haven't
a
seen the
timestamp for what
movie,
you
I can
do.
put a timestamp in. I don't know. Just be wary. We are talking about Demon Slayer spoilers. But yeah, it was a very good movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it.
Tanjiro dies. All right, so let's talk about it.
Tanjiro does not die. God.
Yeah,
No,
I enjoyed it. The animation was absolutely insane, as we all expected it to be.
Mhm.
A lot of the qualms with the movie that I hear is
I'm going to behead you!
What?
Remember that one part in the movie where it's like, I'm going to Akaza, I'm going to behead you.
Oh,
Cut out a little bit. I didn't know what you said.
I thought you said I got Pikachu. I was gonna say, what the
No,
No,
I did that
mean,
earlier today.
But a lot of people have complained about how long the backstories were and how they were placed. Like, for example, with Shinobu, they split it into like 3 segments and then kept coming back to it instead of doing it in one chunk.
Okay.
So we'd like get like a little bit of the fight and then go back, and then a little bit of the fight and then go back.
I read the manga, and it's true to the manga. I recently
Yeah,
read
it is. It was just
true to the manga. That is how it
pacing
goes.
wise.
Yeah, I guess-
People thought that it could have been better.
I would
don't
say
know.
the only
I'm feeling
alternative
Shinobu
I
just
heard. Yeah, I heard somebody say, why didn't they show these backstories in the training arc, that filler before the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That feels like what they should have done for everyone
Yeah.
but Akaza.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Yeah.
Shinobu should have been done either during that training arc or during the first time that we went to the Butterfly Mansion. It easily could have been done then. And
Yeah.
I feel like that just would have been significantly better. That
Sure.
arc could have used a backstory, and it would have taken away from some of the runtime here.
That
I didn't
and
know.
Zenitsu. I don't. Maybe it's just me not paying attention. I did not know who the fuck Upper Six was until that backstory.
Yeah.
So I
No
was
one
like,
did.
I don't give a
He
fuck
appeared-
about this guy.
He appeared once or twice before in other backstories. He's like a common problem in multiple backstories, but you only ever notice that if you really pay attention. I don't think you're
That's
supposed
yeah.
to necessarily.
I did like
know
the
that.
7th form though. When people got
Seventh form.
form.
That one almost got me on my feet. That shit was hype.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was
That's
like,
one of
kinda
those
reveal
moments
that,
where
like,
you're
you
like, I
kinda
need to
see
go to
coming,
war
but you're like,
right now.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it was
that's
really
for
good.
especially for Zenitsu, probably my least favorite character in the show. I was sitting there just like, that's my goat. Actually, I've been
Yeah.
a day oneer, brother. They did
Day
make him
oneer.
like an entirely different character for this movie than he's been up until now, though.
But yeah, no, the
would
reason
die
they
on that
did
hill.
that was because in the Hashira training arc, the filler arc before, he got a letter, and in that letter it said, oh yeah, his senior turned demon and his grandpa killed himself.
But we weren't
okay.
sure what was in that letter.
We
till
weren't
revealed
sure,
it
but
during
then
the
that
movie.
was
but
gonna-
yeah.
I just remember watching and being like, bro, he got a personality transplant. Like, he's just not Zenitsu, which I was happy. I fucking hated whiny Zenitsu, but
He
No,
showed up and his
I-
eyes are wide open, and you're like, oh, he's here to
yeah,
fuck
there's
this
he's
shit
just
up.
aura farming on a fucking upper moon, which
Mhm.
upper moon doesn't feel impressive when it talks about this dude, but I
Yeah,
will
no,
say the
yeah.
upper moons are not intimidating anymore outside of like the top 3.
Yeah,
No.
Akaza, the
Dude,
fucking they
I-
showcased what the fuck was that? The one with 6 eyes, his name. They showcased him at the end of the movie.
Coco something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Doma though.
That Doma just absolutely
let him
no
eat me
diff
any day.
Shinobu. That one was rough.
mhm.
That one was really rough. I'll
Yeah,
keep
it
it.
was.
I'll keep it a buck.
No.
I
have
like
a hard on for
Shinobu.
Doma. No,
Yeah, it's
so
not like
bad.
she sacrificed
Oh, yeah.
herself to take out an aspect of him or something like that. Like, no, he walked away from that unscathed.
No, that was
Hot, though.
100% just a skill diff. Like
Yeah.
seeing a Hashira not even really be a problem was yikes.
Doma's so annoying though.
No, he's hot.
What? I hate
If
his
you knew
personality
Rosie's
though.
track record for guys, this
His
is not
personality is
surprising.
great. Oh, he's
Pers-
crazy and he's hot.
He's a
Like,
I
socio-
can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
She's not. She's not. That's the worst part. She's just stupid.
Like if the Domo was in real life and he was like, "I'm gonna eat you," I'd be like, "Yeah, go right ahead. I'll join your cult." Like, sure. Really good looking.
But yeah, after the Demon Slayer movie, my favorite part of the trip, we go to the Italian restaurant, which, by the way, we were severely underdressed for the occasion. We were the only ones who looked like hoodlums in that.
I think I was wearing this shirt, maybe.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
They looked like hoodlums.
Either that or I was wearing my Kagurabachi shirt, but yeah, we were in a pretty nice place and we were not dressed like we were going to be
She
there.
kept giving us free bread. I was like, "No."
Bread was good though.
Yeah, they do that at nice places, Rosie. Jesus. Y'all are making me feel classy by comparison. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so we get to the Italian restaurant, and yeah, I look at the menu. I see a pizza, so you know me and my 5-year-old diet. I'm content. So I don't remember what you guys get.
They have something for everybody there.
Yeah.
I think I got some like shrimp Alfredo or something.
Yeah.
Nothing
I cannot
crazy.
for the life of me
Salad.
remember the name of what I got, but
You got like
I mean,
a
it was
rigatoni
pasta,
or
so
something. Like you got to
use your imagination.
Yeah.
How much shellfish was on that rigatoni, huh?
Lots. Lots of stuff. Shellfish.
I don't trust her to tell the story, so one of y'all should. Or I can, and it's just gonna get flourished as hell.
You know what? I want to hear the flourished version.
Oh God.
So, this nice, sweet young waitress, who we found out this was her 3rd day on the job. She was a trainee. She makes the mistake of talking to Rosie like she's a human being. She comes up to Rosie and was like, "All right, what was your order?" And she said whatever bullshit she got. And she goes, "I just need you to know if this touches shellfish, something bad happens with my allergies." And this waitress is a functional person and goes, "Oh, what allergies?" Rosie.
She literally says, "What kind?" That, like, I understand
Yeah, she said,
Rosie's
"What
confusion.
kind?"
She said,
What
"What kind?" She
kind?
wasn't specific. Like, I understand the
Yeah.
confusion, but still.
To which, not under her breath, she said this full force, goes, "Oh,
With her
if
chest.
there's any shellfish, I am going to have violent diarrhea for the rest of the night and, like, shit all over my walls." Seeing this poor waitress go from, like, her nice professionalism to the... What are you allergic to? And we're all sitting there. I think I look at Rosie and go, "Have you talked to a fucking person before?" Like, these two chuckle fucks are crying, laughing. The waitress is trying to keep her job.
I
Rosie's,
thought she
I
was
guess, trying not
asking
to
what would
shit herself.
happen. I thought she meant what would happen.
Why would you think that's what she asked? She doesn't fucking care.
The waitress immediately went into damage control when we were laughing. Like, Rosie was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and the waitress immediately started like chiming in, like, "Oh no, I get it. That happens to me too when I eat this." I was just like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
yeah.
okay."
She was
She's
such a
fine.
good waitress, and
Yeah.
she didn't deserve any of what
No.
happened that night.
None
The
of it.
entire rest of the night, you can tell, like, whenever she's not in our line of sight, she is telling the rest of the staff,
Yeah.
"You're not gonna believe this table." Like,
This
we
woman
are
will
gonna be
have liquid
legends at
lava.
that fucking restaurant. That table of street urchins with the cereal shitter are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, the worst part is I looked over my shoulder, looked over my left shoulder. The guy sitting behind us turned and was staring dead at me as she's taking our orders, just like,
Yeah. That's called a reasonable reaction.
I had the
he
best
did
view
not
in the
believe his
house.
ears.
I saw the guy looking at Rosie, and I saw the waitress's eyes literally pop out of her head. Like, she lost her character for like a split second. Then she was like, "No, I gotta keep my job," and she goes right
Yeah,
back
she
to
did
character.
She did a good job. Like, it slipped through, but she did a good job of locking in right after that and being like, "Okay."
And that was like, as the
God,
night
it's
goes
horrible.
on, we hear another waitress tell her, like, "All right, for your next lesson, you're going to bring like drinks to this table." And we were just like, "She's a fucking trainee.
Trainee.
Rosie, she's new and this is her first experience.
Horrible.
I promise you are etched in that woman's brain for the end of time.
I know. And then we're leaving. She's like, "Come back soon." I'm like, I would not come back here.
I
ever
guarantee she
fucking
locked
again.
the doors the second we walked out. I promise you.
Yeah, well, I just misunderstood what she was asking because I thought sometimes like they want to distinguish: are you going to die from this, like going into anaphylactic shock, or is it something that's like kind of manageable?
They don't decide how seriously they're gonna take your allergy. If you say I can't eat shellfish, there's just no fucking shellfish. Like, that's sort of the end of the equation, you know?
Yeah. I've learned from that
Like,
now.
rash? Okay.
When Marcus and I go out to
Nerd.
eat, like I've learned from it. Like when I have now gone out to eat, I'm like, no shellfish, and they're like, what is it, like shellfish? I'm like, shellfish, no shrimp, anything. I can have fish, so I can touch fish. I've learned my lesson very severely.
Shellfish? Shellfish.
But like I thought like saying like no shellfish, like that's clear, like you can't have like lobster, like scallops, shrimp, like fish is fine.
Here's the issue is now if we ever go somewhere, if I just say like, oh no, she's not gonna talk to you, they're gonna think I'm sexist, but no, I just know you too well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not letting this happen to again.
That and then we got in the Uber back though, after we paid and everything and left. Because I needed to get the fuck out of that restaurant. It was so bad. Mortified.
That's when we were on the side of the, like, on the curb in the parking lot, going over the conversation again, whether or not
Yeah.
you should sell the seismitoad.
Yeah.
Like the third
No,
time,
yeah.
that's when he's like
Sold,
pulling
by the
people
way.
from his Discord in and being like, I need more opinions, I need more people to tell me, and they're also agreeing with us. Sell
He's
the
waiting
damn
for the
card.
one person and be like, that's my goat. That's actually the smartest man alive, if you've never heard. I'm gonna listen to him.
So true.
No, and the Uber back, they had like video games.
Yeah, they had a
in the back, which is
PlayStation.
Really cool.
That was much
But
better than the ride there.
But do you remember, Geek, you and I couldn't figure out the seat belts on the way back? Like, I couldn't get buckled in, and then yours didn't buckle in. We figured out we had to switch our, like, buckles to buckle ourselves in.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened. I was chilling.
No, it was 5 minutes of me, like, in Geek struggling to buckle ourselves in.
Yeah, it was like the first third of the ride that we were just trying
Yeah.
to figure out how the freaking seatbelts worked.
That's
You have to be
funny.
5% smarter than the belt, you know? I feel like this shouldn't be an issue, but
So
besides
it's a
the point.
very big issue. But then we
That
got
was-
what?
That was pretty much it, right? I think
Yeah, we
that
got
was-
home and practiced, and like, yeah, we just hung out a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, everyone started crashing out a little bit. I know
Yeah.
Geek was
Yeah,
going through
I
the
was.
ringer.
No,
I
was
made it
going,
last
that was like my
minute.
4th day in the ringer. I was living there. I was not confident in my team at all. I was desperately trying to find something
No.
that worked.
Do you remember? Because we had to remind ourselves, we were like, we have to get back and submit team sheets because us three hadn't submit yet either. So we had to get back and submit team sheets.
Yeah.
When even fucking smash.
Dude, I remember I literally made changes to my Farigograph the night before.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this Farig is either the best thing ever or it's why I go 0-8. There's no in between. I think that's safe to say this is the least prepared any of us have been for a fucking region.
Oh,
Said me for
100%.
my
I
first
think-
one. I
yeah,
was
no.
prepared. Yes, sir.
No,
yes, sir.
Mhm.
I've had at least 2 regionals that I've been less prepared. There was Indianapolis where I literally had exam 3 the week before and then final exams the week of leading up to
I
it,
mean-
and I had to be studying and I'd be doing final projects and stuff before that.
But
So
you
that
had
whole
a team
month-
pretty well set.
Going up, I
Before
had
Indy.
like no prep time whatsoever. It was I went in there and fucking crashed and burned because I had absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I did too.
No.
I crashed and burned too. I feel that. So
Well, that pretty much wrapped up. So then it just went on to regional day.
Yep, regional
Yeah,
day
regional
where
day.
Todra made us toast, which, by the way, I really liked that toast.
I'm glad.
I wasn't hungry enough to
believe it or
eat the
not, I
second one.
can cook.
Yep, I wasn't.
okay.
No, y'all were fine. I promise.
When I'm nervous, I don't eat very much. I get like, I get scared of like. I'm gonna, like, shit
Same.
it out, right? Well, my issue is I get super nervous and I shit everything out that I eat, so I have to be very cautious.
Oh, here we go again.
Well,
Listen.
me and
You
Todra
don't
both
like
had to
shrimp
take
on your
dumps
French
right
toast?
before round 1, so like,
Yeah, it took about 40 fucking minutes, but
Yeah.
I have to say, the women's restroom was super nice. There was no lines. I was in and
Yeah.
out.
I can hear
There was
Rosie saying,
such
I've
a
never been
big
happier
line.
to be a woman.
the entire line of guys became misogynists for about half a second hearing that.
I got out,
The
I
line
did a
for the guys'
fucking
bathroom
lap and came back, and y'alls were still standing in line waiting.
It
Yeah,
was so
dude,
long
the round
that
was
you had
starting and I
to
was still
assess-
standing there.
Yeah, you
Which
had to assess
also-
whether or not you had time to wait in the line before your next round. If you got 2-0'd,
Hmm.
you're like, yes, I got 2-0'd. Let's go to the bathroom. I have time now.
Okay, I want to state, I have never been to a regional where, like, the first round got pushed off starting that fucking late.
Oh, they screwed the pooch.
Fuck,
In
they
general,
Fuck that.
I'm sure we'll get into it more. This was ran horribly.
Horribly.
Yes. The
Horrible.
whole event was absolutely abhorrent.
Abhorrent. I got, they
Mhm.
want me to do a survey for it, and I'm contemplating what I want to say. Because,
I did get that email.
first and
Absolutely
foremost,
talk about the
walking up
team
the
sheet stuff, which we'll get
Oh,
The
into.
team sheet
100%
stuff,
I am.
which we were probably about to get into because I was the first hit by that because that happened
Yeah.
before round 1 even started.
Yeah,
Which you
all right.
got lucky ass.
Well,
Yeah.
I figure we can transition into Geek. You can explain that, and then that's a good jumping off point, I figure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, when I first sat down, I was texting in the Discord. Brelink was looking for someone who had a wired controller, and I thought I had one. I didn't actually, but I was telling him like, "Hey, it's fine. You can use your Joy-Cons. They just have to be connected to the actual thing, and you'll be good." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then I sat down next to like at my round 1 in front of my round 1 opponent, and the guy next to me goes, "Geek? Oh my God, it's Geek!" And I'm like, "Who are you? I've never seen your face in my entire life." And he's like, "It's me, it's Brelink. You were just texting me in the Discord." I was like, "Oh, what's up, Brelink?" So that's how I ended up meeting up with him.
He
and
was
then
really chill.
Heroic Titan
I liked
texted me
Brelink a
as
lot.
well. Yeah, Brelink was awesome. Heroic Titan texted me as well. He was only, I think, 6 or 7 tables to my right. So Brelink was right next to me. Titan 6 or 7 tables that way. Todra, you were 2 tables to my left.
Mhm.
Like I was right
Yeah, we were
next
talking
to a
to each
bunch
other.
of people that we knew. So that was really cool to be able to meet up with everybody so quickly that way. But yeah, we were there for a while, which was good because I noticed I had a team sheet error, which was my Oranguru said Psyshock instead of Psychic Noise on it, which is a big difference. Psychic Noise shuts down Matcha Gotcha, Giga Drain, Drain Punch, a lot of things that Ursaluna, who's paired with Oranguru, does not want to be hit by. That's the whole point of why it's on there, to shut down things like Annihilate and Sinistra. So I couldn't just deal with that. If that was going to be a big difference if I couldn't get that fixed. So I called a judge over, and they came over and they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. We haven't started round 1 yet. Tell you what, we'll go update the Arcanine, print you out a new team sheet. We'll have that brought to you at your table once round 2 starts. For now, I'll cross Psyshock out on your team sheet, write Psychic Noise, put a signature on your team sheet to show that a judge did this and not you, and you can proceed with the match this way. Let me just see your switch, make sure that that's actually what you have in game, so that we can proceed." That's how it's supposed to be handled. That's how it should be.
Before
was very
we
good
get
on their
into the rest of the team sheet stuff, I was chatting up a storm around everybody when I was at my table. Like, there was someone with an Oakland A's hat. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the Pirate game tonight." And, like, I was just talking to everybody. And there was one guy who played in Devil's Den tournaments. I was like, "Wait, you're that guy that runs Devil's Den tournaments." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And, yeah, he was like, "Oh, hey, it's finally nice to meet you in person."
Named Rosie.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Yeah, it's finally nice to meet you in person." We shook hands and all that jazz, and then, yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I was chatting up a storm with everybody around me. My opponent was really friendly. He came all the way from the UK to be a part of this. And what's funny is we bumped into each other again in a streamer's chat, which I think is really funny. But, yeah, no, I was chatting up
Coming
with
all the way
everybody
from the
around
UK
me.
to go to Pittsburgh is crazy.
Yeah, I was asking questions, you know, first time regional and all that jazz. But yeah, no, it was really exciting, and yeah, that was pretty much my prelude to round 1 in a nutshell. But yeah, sorry to cut you off. Go back to Team Sheet Talk.
That's all I had for round 1. But round 1 went fine for me. I think I lost my round 1, and it was because of a complete and utter misplay I did. I took him. It was a bad matchup for me, but I played great. I beat him game 1. I barely lost him game 2, and then we went into game 3, and I should have won game 3, but I just threw. I won't even. I should. If I had just clicked Hyper Voice Instruct, I would have won, but I overthought it and tried to Earth Power, forgetting his instance still had Terra, so he Terra ghosted, and the Earth Power didn't one-shot. So both went into him. His other Pokemon finished me off, and that's how I ended up losing. If I had just clicked Hyper Voice, I would have won. And that's eaten me alive since, oh my god, because I played so good leading up to that. But that's how round 1 went for me. I don't know if round 1 was notable for anybody else.
I won. That's pretty much notable. Todra won. That's pretty notable.
Yeah.
I won.
I think I lost my
You won?
first
Okay,
match
well, my
to
bad, guys. I'm clearly the odd one out here.
No, I had insanely bad luck my first game, and then I think game 2, I made some insane like wheezing intimidation manip with Gambit, and I just see the life drain out of my opponent's eyes, and it was a clean sweep after that.
Yeah. No, my round 1, I misplayed game 1, game 2, 3 swept easy. It was easy peasy.
My game took
And then
forever because I have Garganacl on my team. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game.
That was the only
There's
set,
only like
though.
2 Gargs at least.
Yeah, there was a Garg with a Dozo on his team, and I was like,
That
ugh.
was the guy who
That was
cried
Pengy.
hardcore.
And then what is it? Round 2, I lost round 2, but it was because of my own stupidity. I won game 1, but game 2 I should have won just because of my own stupidity. And then I just lost from there, so it was fine. It is what it is.
Round 2 is the only one. I don't remember my opponent. I don't remember their team. Like I literally got home, streamed going over, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't remember seeing these Pokemon. I know I lost. I couldn't tell you a lick about this set.
I remember my round 2 opponent because for one he used Hisuian Electrode, but 2 we ended.
You
I met
fought
that
the
guy.
Electrode?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
almost
that
won.
guy was chill.
I almost won against him. I should have won. I snarled instead of I knew he was gonna bring an
He
8,
didn't
and I
deserve it.
snarled. But at the end of the fucking round, this motherfucker, I was like, "Oh, your team's really cool, Hisuian Electrode. Like you're a good player. Like yeah, you play really well. Like you're a really good player. Like all this." He's like, "Yeah, you're like an okay player." And I'm like, I almost jumped over that motherfucking table and threw motherfucking hands. I was like, "Bitch, if I didn't fucking snarl, I would have flash cannoned. Your 8 would have been dead." And what would you have fucking done with a -3 fucking Hisuian Electrode? Suck my fat dick. Get the fuck out of my face. I was so mad. I was so mad. And
I hate
then
to say,
yeah.
this was a valid crash out.
Did you
VGC
actually
players need to
crash
just be
out like in
normal.
person on the guy, or did you just like walk
no,
away?
I looked at him. I was like, I couldn't believe he said that to me after I was like complimenting him, like, "Oh, really cool team, like being really nice." He's like, "You're an okay player."
Damn! You know what's funny actually about round 2? Round 2, I played a viewer of Rosie's.
Seriously?
Oh,
Who?
Yeah.
really? What?
Yeah, someone who stops in your chat semi-regularly. They said, yeah,
Sana?
Did they say their name?
Volan.
Volan. Oh, I like Volan. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Volan's-
played
yeah,
Volan
yeah, yeah,
round
yeah.
2. And
Yeah,
Well,
whenever
use your
someone's like,
Volan
I stop in
fucking sucks,
Rosie's
bro.
chat, I'm a degenerate. I'm like, which one,
hate that guy.
motherfuckers?
yeah, there's a lot of them, but yeah, no, it was Volan. Volan came in.
I would
to,
say, was
Yeah.
it round 2 where Sauna Queen came up? I felt so bad because Sauna comes up there just like, "Hey, it's me." I was like, "Who's you?" They were like, "I'm one of the degenerates in you and Rosie's chat." I was like, "Brother, you need to be more specific. Like, you're not
Yeah,
giving
that's a
it." Jeez. As soon as they said Sauna, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, what's up, Sauna Queen?" But it's just like a degenerate in one of our chats. That's literally every swinging
Every
dick in
single
those
person.
things, bro.
Similarly, Sauna Queen's username on Discord is not Sauna Queen. It's
No,
something
it's-
different.
It's like,
And so
I
I was walking to find y'all and got a text in Dark's Discord from Sana saying, "Oh, I just saw Geek. You just passed me." And I was like, "Cool. I don't know who you are, but okay. Look for my BD again. I'm sure you'll see me." And then I eventually met Sonic Queen. I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
We had a good little like 8-9 person crew by
was
like
really
round
fun.
3. That was probably my
Yeah.
favorite part
Well,
is we got to
then
meet so many
round
people.
3
And Maple was there
Round
too.
one.
Maple and his friend. And then I won round 2 because my opponent Volan missed two crucial snarls, but I'll take it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, he
Yikes.
missed 2
Win is a
snarls
win,
on
baby.
gold. What's up?
On Goldango?
Yeah,
Ah.
bro,
No,
he was
dude.
so angry, but I completely
Oh my
understand. That's such a
God.
valid crash out. But then he
That's
found
one of those
me.
where you're sitting there, it's like,
Yeah,
May
he
you
found
find
me.
solace in us bringing it up on this podcast.
Yeah, he found me later in the tournament. He tapped me on the shoulder. I was like, "Oh, hey, you were my round 2 opponent." I was like, "Yeah," and we talked it out, and it was like really good. He's like, "I don't think they matter. I think they mattered, but he didn't think they mattered." But we talked it out. We followed each other on Twitter, and yeah, it was just a good time. So yeah, round 2. I started 2-0, by the way. I had the best start at anybody. So at my first
no,
regional,
you're the only one.
in my first regional,
Yep.
which I found incredibly to believe, but round 3 I didn't get as fortunate. So yeah,
Round 2 for me was when the team sheet error conundrum came back, because this time I wasn't the one with the error, it was my opponent. But so we go into round 1, he leads Sneasler and DD, Choice Scarf in DD with Trick, and Psychic Seed Sneasler, typical, right? But the team sheet said Silk Scarf. And I wasn't thinking, I was like, okay, that's a normal type, right? Like, you could run a normal type boosting item. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was a little weird, but you see weird shit. So he tricks that onto me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that mattered. Like, the difference between getting a Silk Scarf and a Choice Scarf is very big. That's not the same thing at all. And I was like, hey, dude, alright, that was a team sheet error. That mattered. How do, like... should we call a judge? And then we disconnect immediately after that. And I was looking at him, I was like, all right, I'm going to call a judge now, because now we have a team sheet error and a disconnect. I should call a judge for that. Now, what I was going to do, and I told him this, I was like, hey, we disconnected, so that round didn't matter anyway. Now I know it's a Choice Scarf, let's just restart, right? I want to call a judge just to make sure nothing weird was going around with the disconnect, and then we were gonna shake hands and keep going. They came over, I told them what's happening, and they're like, okay, so let's deal with the disconnect first. They go over that. What was the team sheet error? I told him what it was, and I was like, hey, I'm fine to just restart. Like, that's a-okay with me. We just restart, same leads, whatever. And they're like, no, I'm sorry, I'm the one that decides that.
What?
Oh, what?
Are you for real? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the judge gave me attitude. I was like, oh, okay. They were like, all right, so what's gonna happen? Do you have a Silk Scarf in your bag? You're gonna change your Indeedee in game. I'm like, no. Like, I'm used to training against Choice Scarf. I'm fine playing it out with the Choice Scarf. They're like, no. We're implementing new rules. He now has to change it, and you're gonna have to use this for the rest of the tournament with a Silk Scarf. And I even told them, I was like, this just happened to me, and they allowed me to change it. Like, they allowed me to change the team sheet. They printed out a new one. They were like, well, that's because you caught it before round 1 start. This is different. I did not mean for any of that to happen, but he got fucked because of that. Like, it was really tragic. I told him after the judge left, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I did not know that was going to happen. I didn't know that that's going to be how it was going to unfold. So if you're watching this, dude, I'm sorry. That's not how I wanted it to go down.
And then I'd say, Rosie, wanna
Yeah,
give your
I'll make
spiel?
this pretty short. Round 3, I go. We start the match. He goes, you have body slam, not body press on arc. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And this is after I find out that they're now doing it where they're not going to change your sheet for you anymore, that you have to change it to that move. And I'm like, oh shit. He's like, we're going to play this out. Like, I don't care because I know it's body press. He's like, I don't care. He was really cool about it. He's like, we're not even going to call a judge. You figure this out afterwards. I lose because I'm so stressed because I already know what the new rules are. I go up to a judge and I go, so, like, why can't we change the sheets anymore? Because, like, prior regionals, if you have an issue, you can still change it throughout the regional. Like, it happens as human error. And he's like, well, this is a new rule for this regional. And I'm like, since when? Like, this was never fucking announced. Nobody ever said anything. Like, you just announce, you can't just like make a rule at a regional but not announce it prior to that. So I go to him, whatever, and I'm like, he's like, it can learn body slam, so you're gonna have to run arc with body slam. And I'm like, I'm not running arc with body slam. I can't do that.
Wait, so what would happen in that scenario? What would happen in that scenario if they didn't learn the move? That just seems like a loophole.
Then you would change it to body press, because if it doesn't learn the move, you can change it.
That's stupid!
But it's weird. So he's like, okay, I was like, well, I'm just gonna drop, because like I can't run arc through a whole regional with body slam. I'm terrified. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I paid money to be here and you're telling me you're not going to change my sheet. I lost my sheet last round. There's 10 of you on fucking computers with like 13 printers by you. You can't just go and change it. Anyways, I'm very angry. Bringing this up makes me angry again. So I go to drop and I get up there to drop. I'm like, I'm dropping. I have a team cheater. I have to change the move or I can't play. And they're like, well, no, that's not the real ruling. We don't think that's true. And I was like, no, that's what the judge just told me. They're like, oh, we're low on the totem pole, but like, we've never heard of this before. So clearly, like, here's my main issue is clearly nobody was talking to each other. And in my mind this was the judge's call. They made this rule, didn't inform anybody else. And so like, I guess it ruins like Geek's opponent. Like it ruins your experience. Cause like, not only did you pay money for a hotel, for a flight, or you had to drive and pay for gas, or you live there, whatever, who gives a shit. Like, yeah, get off work. You paid money. I paid $80 as a registration fee to play in this tournament. And my registration fee is paying for these judges' wages. Like, I'm like, why can't you just like scribble it, print me off a new one? How hard is it? And put it in the system. They didn't want to do it, so I had to drop from the tournament. I played 3 rounds time to drop because of a team cheater, because they didn't want to change it.
That's ridiculous.
It's a new rule starting Pittsburgh Regional. That if you have a team cheater and the Pokemon learns that or the item's incorrect, you have to change it to that. Otherwise, you have to drop. Literally, the judge said you either change it or you drop. Those are your 2 options, because we're not going to do anything for you.
That's so fucking stupid.
I really think you could have gotten if you just told your opponent each and every round, hey, I've got body press instead of body slam on here. I don't know what that is.
That only works until you get the person that just really wants to day 2 and will absolutely do that.
You probably would find someone like that or get team checked, like you said, like if they check your switch or whatever. But ultimately, I think you probably could have played a couple more rounds normally before that happens. But it's down to whether or not it was worth it.
That would have made Rosie more angry. If she
I would have been like, if I would have sat down on my round 4 opponent and been like, I had body press, not body slam, and the guy looked at me while I'm calling the judge and be like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck you. Get the fuck out of me. I almost threw hands because the thing
that would be a crash out that makes Twitter, dude. Like that would be.
Because the thing is, when you go to drop, because like when you go to drop and those guys that you're like dropping, and they're like, well, that's not, we've never heard of that. Like they can just change it for you. Like it's easy. They just go and print you off a new one. And they're like, I'm like, but I just talked to a judge and they said they won't. They're like, oh, well, I don't know then. They're like, it's always been done like this in the past. And I'm like, so are we just fucking making up rules now that like appease like just what we want to do in the moment? This is just what we want to do, basically. That's what it felt like.
The impression that I get with the judges is that a lot of the time it is just their discretion. They don't talk to each other. And as like from what Geek had, you had, and I saw it for people around me when they had to call judges, a lot of the judges are pricks. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because I don't think I saw a single judge call besides like a normal disconnect where there was not a herd of 5 judges arguing about what to do for what should be like standard procedure on like a move difference.
I just wasn't paying
however
attention to that.
No, I literally, like, in my first round, I had the guy next to me, they literally argued the whole time, like, you need to finish your set even though a move's wrong. He was like, we stopped playing because the fucking move's wrong. And, like, that happened, like, Geek had his stuff, Rosie had her stuff, like, it's just every time I hear about judges trying to do anything that's not disconnect, there's some fuckery afoot. And it makes it very hard to take the regionals seriously when the people running it seem to not have a fucking clue what the rules are, or they just make it up and don't care. Because it's like Rosie was saying, the fact that they can't just print off a new sheet after all it takes to get to one of these regionals, genuinely go fuck yourself. That is insane.
Like, I
That was
think,
my
like,
2
and
cents.
in my mind, like, because, you know, I run a business, like, people give me money, right? On a daily basis, they give us money. And when they request something, unless it's like something that we've talked to them prior about, like, you know, like disclosed to them in the quote, if they need to get satisfied, like, we do it because they're giving us money. We are rendering a service. You, like, when you go to a regional, they're technically rendering me a service because I'm paying you money. I'm giving you money and you're rendering me a service. Like, do your fucking job. Print me off sheet. I looked behind the fucking... I didn't get a team sheet because I lost mine and the guy gave me attitude. And I looked behind the curtain. There's like swaddles of them sitting there on computers typing away, like, and printers everywhere. I'm like, so you just can't change this? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not asking for your firstborn child and 2 kidneys. I'm asking for a freaking piece of paper.
I can't think of a single justification that makes it okay, because, like, even if it is, like, think of how many times this would happen, I don't give a fuck if it's an inconvenience. It's their job. That's why they're there. If they're going to change rules so they don't have to work harder, fuck you. You suck. Like,
work harder in quotation marks. Like, if they're not doing this, what are they doing behind that curtain?
yeah, like, I don't want this to be sounding like, you know, judges don't do shit. Fuck all. This isn't like a cab for judges.
No.
But what it is if you're going to literally decide that your convenience is worth more than the person that spent hundreds of dollars to get here and play this, what the fuck is wrong with you? That is just a horrible way of going about it.
Yep.
And it's every regional shit like this happens, and it never changes.
And I just want to say, I didn't crash out on any judges or any officials. I didn't crash out. Marcus, after I dropped, literally texted me, "How is it going?" ? I crashed out on him.
Bro caught the ultimate stray.
I called him. I didn't even text. I called him, and I was just on the phone with him, and he's just like, "So it's going well. That's great. Good to hear." He's like, "I'm gonna let you go. You need to deal with yourself right now." So
Damn.
And then I just joined a side event after that and whatever. I just did that because that ruined. I would say that was like the biggest, like, I think, F you to someone, like, doing that. Like,
No, it was hard to enjoy the regional after knowing that, like, you just got shafted out of your entire trip basically. Yeah. So,
and, like, no.
It's hard to justify going back to these, is the honest answer. I'm still fucking going to. That's the worst part.
That's the worst part.
All the good stuff is, like, they run this just shitty enough to be shy of, like, the good times that you get out of regionals, but it is abhorrent how they run these things.
Ultimately, you were talking about, like going to a regional and just doing the spectator. Ultimately, like, there is a threshold where we start doing that, because I'm never going to give up the social aspect of this. Getting to meet all these other creators and just go out, get drinks, do whatever, like, socialize with people in a Pokemon environment with people who also enjoy Pokemon is priceless. Like, that's awesome. I love doing that, and I'm probably never going to find an excuse to ever stop doing that. So that's awesome, but if you're spending that much effort building a team, that much extra money to, like, register for an actual competitor's pass and stuff like that, and then getting shafted in the competition, there's a threshold where that stops.
Yeah, I'm probably going to try it maybe for Milwaukee doing the spectator thing, but
I wouldn't mind
it's hard to justify at this point. I say that, like, even having, like, my best run ever, at the end of it I was still like, dude, knowing that at any point, like, if a judge wanted to get snippy with me, I could have just gotten DQ'd, just like, well, go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah, well, and I think the worst part is like what Apple said when we went out to drinks that night with him was, like, you can't even clap back, you can't even say anything to them, because then you could put on, like, a list, and then you might not even be able to spectate or compete ever again. So it's like, they hold all the power. So when they tell you something, and it's like you have to abide by it. You can't even like counter argue, because then, well, you're arguing with me. You get put on a list, and it's like, so that takes away from the aspect too of like even trying to like defend yourself sometimes. Like what happened with Geek, how the judge was like, I make the rules here.
Yeah, they could just decide you're a problem child.
Yeah, how dare I try to intervene and make it so that my opponent actually has a fighting chance in the tournament.
Yeah, your poor opponent.
I just think that's crazy how I'm the only one that seemingly had no issues whatsoever.
Okay, don't get me wrong, I didn't have any issues, but I was seemingly surrounded by people having these.
Yes. I wasn't even surrounded by
constant. Like, I'm trying to play these matches and I'm watching, again, it's like, it seems like if a judge is ever called, there's gonna be a herd of 5 of them arguing with each other, with the players. You need to do this. No, I don't think they actually have to. You can make this quick change. No, you can't. You need to, like, it's just, there's no consistency. And half the judges are saying, like, hey, I think this is bullshit, but this judge is above me, so I can't argue with them. So it's just like, is there not just a fucking pamphlet that says when you become a judge? I don't know. I think it's
curious,
ridiculous.
Like, if my opponent didn't have a silk scarf in his bag and didn't have, like, the currency to get it, like, if it was something, like, really expensive, he probably would have just been DQ'd right there. They would have just been like, all right, well, bye-bye. You're done.
Yeah, take at least the set loss and go figure it out.
I didn't mention it, they did give him a game 1 loss as well, on top of
it. A game loss, that would have been fine. If they let him change it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like how Limitless Tours do it, and it works fine.
Yes. So, and that's the thing, that's what's in past, like, tournaments, right? You get a game loss, or you get like a round loss, and then you get to change your sheet. This is like, it's all or nothing. Like, and that's the thing too. He looked it up. He's like, well, I have to look and see if it learns body slam. Well, it does. So you're shit out of luck. And I'm like,
why is that the deciding factor? I just don't
get it. If
it.
it didn't learn body slam, would they have let you go with body press?
So if it did not learn body slam, he goes, we will change it to body press for you. We'll take you back and you'll turn off.
So stupid.
That's
Why?
what I'm saying.
That's so dumb. I don't think I fully grasped that aspect of this.
And that's where my brain, like,
that they would have actually, that there was a way to change it on that.
I go, so
didn't
wait.
grasp that.
I looked at him. I said,
so dumb.
so if it doesn't learn body slam, you'll take me back and turn me off a new sheet. Yes. I go.
So like
but you're not gonna go
if you had
sheet right now, even though it learns body slam. I'm like, it's the same fucking. You're gonna. If it doesn't, you're gonna have to do it anyways.
If you had like Terra Starstorm instead of Terra Blast on Forage Wrath, and you're just going around telling people it's Terra Blast, obviously it doesn't learn Terra Starstorm. Like, and that got flagged, they would have just been like, yeah, it's Terra Blast, looks good to me, and written it in because
that's
it
what
doesn't
I'm getting
at.
They would have printed off a new sheet. They would have taken you back to the curtains and printed off a new sheet. They would have changed it in the system.
Stupid.
That
oh
is
my God.
really dumb.
They've got to change this. This is such bullshit.
Yeah, I don't blame you for getting angry at all knowing that.
So for anybody, this is the final thing I'm going to say on it. Anybody going to regionals, make sure your team sheet's accurate, because apparently the new rules suck, and if your team sheet's not accurate, you're going to get you're just going to get
Either that or the judge sucked, since apparently the other judges didn't even know.
On that note, I really think that something was fucking up with Arcanine, because there was an unbelievable number of team sheet errors, and every team sheet error was the same vein, where it's like, I see, like, it's the, like, body press to body slam, silk scarf to choice scarf, psychic noise to Psyshock. It was all things that were like adjacent to it, and all of us went in pretty confident we had submitted the right thing. I really think there had to have been something going on with the website or something that shifted one thing off, because that was a ridiculous number of team sheet errors on top of this.
I think moving forward, we definitely check each other's shit just to be positive.
Definitely.
As no, that was ridiculous that even had to happen. But the way they handled it was, I could not have made up a worse way they could have responded to it.
Piss poor. Like,
but
what the fuck?
Is that? Are we
and
closing the book on that then?
And then
I what?
Day two.
Yeah.
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 Really, I just told them get rid of her and I can work some match. I actually signed a hit for you.
Yeah, no, I went 3-1 in my first 4 rounds, and then lost the last 2. Although I lost my round 6 because my opponent made a good read or a really, like, I can't tell if it was a good read or a bad play, where I could have clicked wide guard with Garg, but I thought they'd predict that, and they went for Make It Rain anyway. So, like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the set I lost on. But overall, 3-3. I learned a few things. I have to play out my games, no matter what. I could have went 5-3 and got more CP. I did not know that. I also I could have played out. What else did I learn? I learned that was pretty much the big thing. Just playing out the rest of my games, and just going in. I was like, oh, I made it 5-3. That's awesome. So, but yeah, I know that for next time now. And yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. 3-3 is a great accomplishment for my first regional, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would have been stoked with that score. I go to every regional. If I win one set, I'm popping off. Past that, everything's extra money.
That was me.
Yep.
That was me. I was like, oh my god, I want a set. Oh my god.
I am of the opposite mentality. I stop playing when I stop having fun, which usually, like, if I know I'm not day 2ing, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of over playing Pokemon, I'll drop at 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, whatever. No, so yeah, I went from 3-2, pretty positive I wasn't gonna day 2, and then I got to go on a nice win streak. Really, I just got a lot of really good matchups. I'm not gonna even front with y'all. I got to meet a person from the Minnesota local scene, which was really cool. I asked if they knew Rosie. I was like, yeah, the really old, weird lady. They were like, I think I've met someone like that. I was like, yeah, that's her.
Okay, when you say you introduce, don't say really old. I'm not that old.
He knew who the fuck I was talking about.
Because I'm the old woman at the fucking locals. That's not
maybe
PCG.
I'm covering my bases. It's called adjectives.
I met another person who actually recognized me from Devil's Den tournaments in round 3. Like, he was sitting like 2 tables down from me. I met Chef Rich, if you guys know who that is.
Yeah, I do.
I recognize the name. I don't know much past that.
Yeah, I met him, and he was like, oh yeah, you're the guy that runs Devil's Den tournaments. Yeah, I got a couple of those, which was really nice. But yeah, no, that about covered day 1. And then
hold on. Wait, what was your record ending day 1?
Me?
Yeah.
You, don't say yeah. We both said who.
Geek. No, Geek.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
3-5.
Fuck, you did better than me. That was my main goal.
That's entirely relative. I don't consider 3-5 to be a winning score.
I was 1-2, so.
You did it with Oranguru. I think that's enough.
There were 2 separate best of 3s where I don't know how deep we want to go in onto this, but there were 2 separate best of 3s that went absolutely horrible for me. One of the best of 3s, I lost both sets to a game-changing crit, and like the first game it was on the last turn, and then the second game it was on the first turn that it happened. So I just went back-to-back game-losing turns, and I kept coming back. After a certain point, I became self-aware of it and tried to do better. But the first like half of the regional, I kept coming back to the group and just being dead inside. Like you could, I was hollow.
Yep.
I kept coming back just like slouched over like that. That was rough. I told y'all, I said I think the second and third slots on my top 5 most devastating, like, critical hit losses got filled just from that regionals. Nothing's ever beating first, but second and third definitely got fitted in there. It was pretty devastating because they also happened back to back. Like round 3 and round 4 were the 2 games that I lost to, like, such bullshit. But that's the game we play here in Pokemon VGC, where critical hits are treated as normal.
Oh, true.
That covered day 1 of the tournament. I know, like, we kind of went our separate ways a little bit that night. I went to a Pirates game. The game was game was really bad. Like, the game only lasted an hour and 54 minutes or something like that, which is that's crazy for a baseball game. But honestly, it was fun spending time with Maple and his friend. But I hated our seats. Our seats were so ass. Like, but someone threw a foul ball. Someone threw a ball, and the seat literally right in front of me. I almost got one. So, but yeah, and yeah, no. Overall, though, I had a lot of good pictures. Excuse me, that I will edit in. Was like right now, I'm gonna have to watch this whole thing back, dude. And make so many edits. Oh my god. If I forget any, I apologize. But yeah, and you know, I know you guys went to a bar. How was that?
Firstly, I want to say shout out to Brelink for also getting his first day too.
Yes, sir.
I don't think Brelink has not had a bigger fan than me in our final 2 sets. Because when I think we had more man hugs than I've had the rest of my life combined. Whenever we'd come back, is like, you win? Yeah, you? Yeah. Absolutely tweaking after every set. So I did just want to shout out Brelink there. That was my GOAT by the end of day 1.
No, yeah, he was really fun to have around. I'm super glad I ran into him and that he got to join the party, because he was a very energetic person to have around, and him doing super well helped bring the overall group morale up. Seeing another person like succeeding very well, I'm super happy that his Excadrill team did as well as it did in Pittsburgh.
But again, they were all super cool. Like Maple,
cool.
Titan, Sonic Queen, all of them were great. I was glad we had them in the group to hang out with. I appreciate it.
I always love meeting new people and just being like, all right, you're my friend now. Join the group.
We're getting soft tacos later.
Yeah, we're getting soft tacos later. You get to be part of the group now. All right, one more person added. I love doing that. So running into him was great. I loved that.
Easily the best part of regionals is just the people. I could play VGC at home. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to these things.
True.
Yeah.
But bar was, well, first we went back to the hotel and we got to change all my fucking flights because we were flying out. Yeah, at the end of my last set, I was like, yes, I did, dude. And then I thought about it, I was like,
no,
fuck,
I
I did. So we got to call Southwest and reschedule my flights till I didn't get home until almost 1 in the morning. Not even home, Minnesota, which is a different state. But we redid those flights. I looked at Geek and Rosie and I said, I'm going to a bar tonight and then we'll come back and study. So we go to this cool joint down the road called a Space Bar. They put a bunch of like chemicals and like dry ice and a bunch of really weird drinks.
It was
super
really
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I loved it. Partway through, Rosie ordered a pizza because she has no class. Mike Root and
You
Yeah.
eat that pizza.
you're
Yeah, I
goddamn
did.
right I did. Underused Apple and Mai showed up too. We got to hang out and talk to them. That was a lot of fun. I had a very reasonable amount of alcohol and stumbled home. Then Rosie helped me team prep while Geek went and painted the town red. And that about wrapped it up for us.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I wish I could tell you more of what happened.
Man.
I went to bed early because I had to get up at like 5:50 in the morning or 5:30 because I had this early ass flight out.
Yeah, and we hugged it out right before I went to bed. That was, yeah, I'm glad I got to see you one last time before you headed out. But, yeah, no,
It is a shame we didn't get any like group pictures.
yeah,
of
we needed to
everybody.
take more pictures. I know I snuck one in.
Not just us four. We should have gotten a picture
Of
at
everyone.
the venue of us
Yeah.
four, Brelling, Sana,
Yeah.
Titan.
Yeah.
Hindsight's
That would
2020.
be
We'll get them
2020.
next time.
Yeah, I snuck one in while you were online. The championship store, I think it was called, the one with the hoodies and the hats. Yeah, I snuck one in there, and I thought that was really good. And then I took some good pictures at the Pirates game. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. Like, part of me feels like no shade to the Pirates, no shade to Maple. I would have loved to come with you guys to the bar. I feel like that would have been a lot of fun. But hey, I liked the time I spent with Maple. I enjoyed the game, even though it was very, very short. And but yeah, no. Next time I'll be down to come with you guys to a bar.
Yeah, there will definitely be a next time. We've been doing this as an annual thing, and we're definitely continuing to do
Yes,
it.
sir. You just got me aboard now. You're stuck with me.
Whether
Sorry.
we
Yes,
jump
sir.
ship and become spectators full time for this, regardless,
We'll
we're
see.
at least showing up.
I just need to spectate like 1 or 2 regionals. Like Milwaukee's close enough for like me and Todra to drive to from my
Mhm.
house. So like we could literally leave. Like you can come over Friday night and we can spectate.
I'm honestly
Leave at, like-
considering it. I think that could be fun.
Yeah, leave at like 8 in the morning and get back to my house by like, we get there at like noon and leave by like 4 or whatever.
far is-
if you don't want to stay?
Milwaukee from
Like-
y'all again?
It's
Okay,
like
I
4
think we're getting
hours.
into some weeds. We can figure this out later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
right.
get into weeds. But I'm just saying, like, spectate a
we
few
do have
here.
bedtimes in this household.
Oh my gosh, I actually do have bedtime too. I have an 8 a.m.
So,
that is
so
my
day
bedtime.
two.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Day 2. Yeah, no.
I guess I woke up first, so I can start.
Yep.
Woke up 5:30, got maybe 2 hours of sleep. Rosie was loud as fuck leaving the hotel. But
Really? I was?
no, I'm giving you shit.
Oh, okay.
Grab some coffee, walk to the venue, stupid early. Wait, I don't know why I thought I had to be there so early. I didn't have to be. But I chilled. I went and found my round 1 opponent. And then we sat for, I think, a good hour across from each other. Just looking at we were both looking at each other's teams the entire time. So that was all like the pregame. Y'all showed up probably with 30 minutes left before the round started. I didn't know what y'all did in the morning.
I threw up.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I got up and he's just like, I could hear it. He's vomiting in the bathroom. I'm like, Brendan, are you okay? What's happening?
I'm literally imagining walking around like I got my switch, I'm ready for my round 1, and I just imagine Brendan in the doorway just, I threw up.
Yeah, no, I
He
just
was
felt
like-
really weird going. I felt terrible actually. So like, but then I threw up. I was like, oh god, I feel so much better. And
Yeah, he said, we might need to hit CVS on the way there. I feel horrible. Threw up, came out, was like, all right, we can skip CVS. Let's go to the venue.
yeah, no, and then I felt really bad during the cup. I played 2 rounds of the cup, and I said to my opponent, "Thank you for beating me. I can go back to the hotel and rest now." and he was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely understand." And yeah, no, that was pretty much my day 2 in a nutshell. But then you guys came back to the hotel and we got Mad Chicken, which was amazing, even though I got 2 orders of waffle fries, which was a big mistake.
Yeah, no, that was for my sets. I won my first one. They had the same team as my winning in, but they damn near beat the brakes off of me from some EV changes. Second game, I went against some weird sand team, and on the fly was able to come up with a way to beat them, which I was super stoked about. Then I went against Thomas Hayden, who was super fucking cool guy. I hope I get to meet and talk to him again in the future. I was running some weird fuck-ass hard trick room team. Game 1, I was close. Game 2, in hindsight, I was very lazy. At that point, I think I was just ready to either win or lose turn 1. I go for a Terra Ground Earthquake. After seeing the damage game 1, I thought it was going to OHKO. It was either a damage roll or I was just wrong. They live. After turn 1, that's game. It was pretty much wraps. So that was the end of my run. I dropped after, which put me a little lower down at like 64th. I got my cards and we got the fuck out of there.
And then we went to
No,
Mad
that was-
Chicken, and we took this photo I'm about to edit in. Maybe Rosie will be photoshopped into it. Maybe she won't. I do not know. But yeah, then you guys left for the airport on the Uber, and I shit you not, I went back to my hotel room and I just cried. I got into I went to like I noticed my server was calling at the time. I was like, I miss my friends. I hate that it's over.
Knowing that was happening while I was unconscious in an airport chair. Just, I wonder what my friends are doing, and I'm just.
Literally, no, Dark was like texting and I'm just fucking knocked out in bed in my house with dogs surrounding me, or like just knocked out because I had to pick up Todra super late, so it's like I have to like sleep.
Oh, I didn't know
Like,
that. I
wake
feel
up.
beel bad for texting you now.
No, she picked me up at like 12:30, 12:40.
Yeah.
It was bad. It's just-
I feel
It was-
bad for texting you now.
No, it was fine, but I was definitely napping the whole day after
That's
I got
good.
home.
Yeah, no, you got home
And I
quicker than I thought.
This might be TMI, but
oh no.
Oh god,
Worst
we've already
part.
gone down these kinds of trains.
All right, this has been a
twice
great
now on
episode,
I
huh?
had on the way home on the connecting flight. So we stopped in St. Louis. St. Louis Airport, by the way, is a shitty airport. Horrible airport. On that flight home, it was only like an hour or so flight home. Got my period, so I was
Oh,
nestled in between two men, just
oh.
with cramps up the Yahoo, and just wanting to fucking die and hit my e-cig and cranky. But then the best part is, Marcus, I had texted him this. I get out to the car. He had the seat warmer on for me, and he holds up a tampon for me. He goes, "Can you go use the bathroom still?" No. I figured it out. I just wanted to get home. Our drive home, by the way. Our drive home is he's watching the fucking Vikings
And he
game on
missed his
phone.
football game for this, mind
No,
you.
he was
You have
watching
to-
it from the passenger seat.
Yeah,
Oh.
I had to
He
drive
let her
home.
drive.
I had to drive home as I was starting my period.
Absolute goat.
I'm not kidding you. The whole drive home, I was like
Yes.
on my left hip, and he had it connected to the Bluetooth, so all I could hear the whole time was the Vikings game on our drive home. You've ever wanted to murder someone? That was me in that.
Nah,
I
That's
love Marcus
funny.
so
Oh my
much. I
God.
would have wrapped the car around a tree. I would have been like, you know what?
This is not worth it. Yeah, then I went home and crashed, and then
I
picked up
fucking love
Todra.
Marcus.
Oh, also, I literally told her, I was like, yell my name. I was like, you'll see me. I'm the Jenner in the car shoeless because my feet were so swollen. I couldn't wear shoes, so I had to drive to the airport. Hour drive to the airport with no shoes on.
Can
And
you
drive back.
imagine looking for who's supposed to pick you up after about 11 hours of travel, and they're like, I'm sitting in my car, look for my feet? I was so ready to actually fight her in the middle of this parking lot. Like, your fucking feet. I have 1% battery on my phone. I'm gonna look through the. I was losing my mind.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that night I went to visit my sister at Pitt University, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we went to one of her favorite burger joints or whatever to eat, and you could customize your own burger and shit. It was so good. And they had like curly fries. I got a pretzel bun on a burger. It was amazing. But yeah, then I went to bed early that night. I woke up early, like 5:45 Monday morning, and I went and got 2 donuts at Dunkin', and then I skedaddled home, and we got delayed in Philly for an hour. So yeah, that was fun. Love being delayed in Philly with no communication whatsoever. But yeah, that was our trip.
Trip.
No, good times all around, except for the part where Rosie got shafted.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd say so.
Definitely just got it right up the asshole. That's what it felt
All
like.
right. I do think Rosie and I will probably look into the Spectator at Milwaukee, because
Yeah.
I really do want to stress everything around the tournament was absolutely worth the money, phenomenal. The people running the tournament were trying their hardest to make it not feel worth it. It really is insane what they were fucking doing to people. So I hope it gets sorted out, because I don't care if I top cut. Seeing like Rosie basically get shafted out of $600 because they didn't want to print some paper put a very bad taste in my mouth.
I didn't realize it was that bad. I might just do the survey and be like, "Oh yeah, the judges messed up like on your behalf." Like that's what I'm saying.
I'm sure.
No,
I'm
I'm
sure a lot
definitely
of
gonna
people
fill
are
it out
doing
on behalf of that one opponent I had, and on behalf
Yeah.
of Rosie, I guess. But that guy deserves some penance at the end of the day. That was really bad.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I could.
So I'd say
Remember when you said he was storming off and then he was kind of arguing with someone? like that literally happened to me the following round. Like I can see why he was like so frustrated. Because
Yeah, no, I don't blame the players at all. Like, yeah, even if you fuck up on your team sheet, like clicking's body slam over body press shouldn't be a $700 mistake. You know? It's just wild.
Well, and it's like they're expecting you to be perfect, but like it's like human error does exist in everything you do in life. Like you're not perfect, so like it's gonna happen. Like someone's gonna mess up somewhere along the line. They think they submitted it correctly and they didn't, and it's like that's why you have those people printing off your team sheets. I thought, I don't know, it's just a weird. What got me was because I think the biggest part was they're like, well, this is new for the 2026 season, and Yanabi was just at Frankenfurt a week ago, and he goes, oh, they were printing off new team sheets left and right for team sheet errors, and I was like,
yeah, there's no way that this is a standard rule. I think you got somebody that didn't want to go ask for a new sheet of paper. That is my conspiracy theory.
So,
but yeah,
and we're not conspiracy theorists here, but that is the theory.
Pigeons are not government drones.
Yes. What?
My favorite conspiracy theory is the whole birds are government drones and they land on the wires to recharge their batteries and shit. And I think that's so funny. I'm not saying I believe in the conspiracy theory, but I'm just like, wait, that's so fucking funny. But anyway, that's shifting off topic. So
yeah, I was gonna say, have a bedtime, brother. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, we've been recording for like 2 hours. This is insane. Yeah. But like, yeah, this is where we're gonna wrap up. I appreciate all of you guys who have stuck through and watched the whole thing, and enjoyed our Pittsburgh trip through us. And yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.